You know, the more you think about it, it really is like Nintendo has us in their clutches. They know exactly how to manipulate, maneuver, toy with, and tease their audience. And they do it with a mastery that is downright creepy. They did it again today in a direct that began as one of the worst of all time. And yet here we are scampering to spend money on their eShop by the end of the show. How did they accomplish this? And do you agree that Nintendo might be one of the most manipulative game companies ever, but also one of the most fun? We're going to do a Nintendo Direct review, and I'm focusing on a couple major areas while also giving you some of my genuine reactions to what was going on in this showcase, because I do think there is some awesome stuff here. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you didn't, I understand. Nintendo focused on masking their blank future with everything today. It was all about giving us stuff to play right now, and they surprised hecka hardcore. Game Boy and Game Boy Advance have been rumored forever. Did anyone believe they'd be out today? No. Starting off with decently small lineups, but some good titles. Boom. You can play them now. Both Game Boy and Game Boy Advance are downloading on my Switch as we speak. This is a big get for Nintendo Switch Online and adds a lot of value. The regular pass gets you Game Boy. You need the expansion pack to get Game Boy Advance. I think that's mostly fair. The Game Boy Advance lineup is much more intriguing to me, although the coming Zelda Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons will make the Game Boy lineup exciting, and I think players will be super pumped to play those. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Pokemon release tied to Pokemon Day, and hopefully they don't do one a month. Hopefully they just pop this stuff out there, because they did show a lot of great games, even for Game Boy Advance, stuff like Golden Sun, etc. coming soon. I'm excited to check it out, see how they run, see how they look, see if Minish Cap is as good as I remember it to be, and I think it will be. That's out today. There's a Kirby demo out today. There's an Octopath demo out today. They're bringing a Katamari trial out very soon, and they're bringing Metroid Prime remastered today. Looks fantastic. And hey, $40 from Nintendo? Everybody thought that would be a $60 release, and they did $40. Now, Nintendo seems like they're turning a corner. It's out today. It's out today. It's $40. Metroid Prime, the graphics look really snazzy. I think Metroid Prime has always been a fantastic game model, and the fact it's taken them so long between 3 and 4 is almost sad. We got no sign of 4, but now with Prime Remastered out there today, 4 has to be soon. I don't think they let loose Prime Remastered right now unless they have 4 ready to show later this year. I think the best part of Metroid Prime is that we'll get to see the new one soon, because I'm reminded as it downloads how awesome this is. And based on what I'm saying right now, you'd think Nintendo had an amazing show, right? Game Boy today, Game Boy Advance today, Metroid Prime today, and it's only $40. They got a new Zelda trailer, no delay. Here's where things start to get weird. The Zelda trailer was odd to me. It was odd because it was so small. Yeah, Ganon's angry. Link goes from the skies to the ground. He's got a messed up arm. That's all we know. This game still is not showing itself, and I'm not sure why. To me, it's one of two things. Either there is a Zelda Direct, a full-blown showcase soon, or this game is actually on a upgraded piece of hardware and they don't want to show it off yet. Because we're 90 days away from launch, and we still know so darn little about this game. There also was no special edition OLED that everybody was predicting. I don't think that can still come, because typically they launch those things a month ahead of the game. That would be April. Where would they fit that in? If not at this Direct, I don't know where. Because they did announce a $130 collector's edition and a $70 standard edition. The era of 70 is here, and we'll have to dive into the meaning and the realities of that. But basically, Nintendo says suck it up. They say suck it up and enjoy, because you'll pay for it because it's Zelda. But I thought it was odd that for the coming out party for Zelda marketing, for Tears of the Kingdom to really get underway, they went so low key. I felt like the Zelda trailer wasn't the best trailer of the show, and that's very weird because it's the biggest game and it had the most hype. It wasn't the best trailer though. What were they doing? Why didn't they put together a true story trailer, or a trailer that showed off actual gameplay, or a trailer that told us more about gameplay? What are some of the new features of this game? What are some of the ways it distinguishes itself from Breath of the Wild? What are some of the ways it stays comparable? We know so little, but they're telling us they want us to pay $70. They're saying this is good enough. Don't worry about it. Just give us your money. Inflation, greed, I don't know. But they want the money. And for better or worse, everybody's going to give it to them. Nobody's going to skip out on Tears of the Kingdom because it's $70, and maybe that's the only reason they need to charge $70 for it. The middle of this show was so bad. There were so many retreads and reruns and remasters. I feel like the rumors of Nintendo having a very light post-Zelda lineup is probably accurate. It really seems like Nintendo is trying to do a Mirage type act here, right? A smoke and mirrors of everything great right now, because there's not much ahead. This is the longest they've gone without teasing what's next. I mean, we know Metroid Prime 4 is out there, but we've known that since the very beginning. No new Mario, no new Donkey Kong, no F-Zero, no Kid Icarus, no big anything. Oh, but Mario Kart Wave 4 looks sick with a brand new Yoshi's Island track and a brand new character for the game in Birdo. Awesome. Awesome way to really dive deep into DLC and to put more effort than just pumping tour tracks over. Wave 4 looks fantastic. It should arrive in the next month or so. I'm here for it. Again, these first few months are great. So you got to start believing one of two things. Either Nintendo is really saying Zelda is the end of the Switch and we're going to coast until our new SKU is ready, or Nintendo does have a new system this year. Why else are they holding so much back? It's either the obvious, which is they have nothing, or it's that they've got something massive. It's really like a feast or famine thing here, but I'm starting to get very nervous. I still could see Nintendo dropping a DK around the holiday time. It feels like if there was something massive, though, at the caliber of a Mario Odyssey 2, we would have got a tease today. You could say all eyes are on Zelda, but not really. It was a minimalist trailer towards the very end of the presentation that didn't seem to have the oomph that past Tears of the Kingdom reveals have had. Felt like it was just like a reorganization of past stuff we've seen from different angles. Zelda says, please lend him your power, and I don't think you can beat him this time, which is not a lot of faith for a guy that saved the princess countless times. But it was a bit lackluster. All in all, the Direct really falls one of two ways for you. Either you're excited about today, and there's more to download on the eShop right after the Direct than ever before, or you're focused on the absences, which made this kind of a ho-hum presentation. There was no big, real, major game reveal. I mean, Metroid Prime Remastered, yes, but that's remastered. This is one of the first times Nintendo has not touted a brand new big first-party game. There wasn't one. There's no new Mario, there's no new DK, there's no Star Fox, no Kid Icarus, no new IP, no ARMS 2, not even everybody's 1-2 Switch. They're either saving or they're done. One is amazing and one is awful. But if you're happy about today, it's a great show. If you're not into DLC, if you're not into the Nintendo Switch Online service, if remasters don't quite cut it for you, this Direct sucked. And this Direct, understandably, could be a 3 out of 10 for you. I don't even feel like Zelda saved it, which is sort of the phrase we've used many times before. I don't think that was a good Zelda trailer. I don't think that trailer did much. There's one amiibo, an overpriced collector's edition, and a $70 game that doesn't have a feature list. Why are they waiting so long? In other news, Pikmin 4 looks freaking incredible. I think that is insane. Now, Pikmin 4 was already announced, and so you might be saying, Zach, they did show a new first-party game. Yeah, but Pikmin 4 was already announced. The Poochie is amazing. Poochman is ridiculous. It's brilliant, and I love the look. I think the graphics look really great. Ice Pikmin look fun. There might be more new. It heavily implies cooperative play with all the different little guys running around. The Pikmin get very mad at night. Maybe it's some sort of strange rush mode. Maybe you go out at night, unlike before. New suit. It looks like there was crystals. Maybe you can run around and crystals sort of activate armor, and then that allows you to explore at night, even though it's much scarier. Maybe there's more that you can earn or gain, things that are worth double. Or maybe it's a multiplayer mode that takes place when the monsters are the most ferocious. It was a ball board, by the way, not a Pikmin that was angry. But I could see many, many people being angry. And if it wasn't Nintendo hitting me over the head with fun stuff I can play today, I'd be very angry as well. Which is why I started the video off by saying they know just how to manipulate us. They have us in their throes, and they know just how to toss and turn us the right way at the right moment. When everything is going crap, when it's getting so boring and bad, boom, Game Boy, boom, Game Boy Advance, boom, Metroid Prime. You see how they do that? They littered in 30 minutes of junk. Maybe that's a little aggressive. 30 minutes of things I'm not that interested in. There's a few highlights here and there, but for the most part, it was a junky list of games that did not feel Direct worthy. And then they're boom, 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 boom. Here we go. And they even wrapped up with, I think, the coolest third-party inclusion which was a new Professor Layton. That's a DS franchise making the leap, and one of my personal favorites. I love the puzzle world of Professor Layton, and I'm excited to see that game later this year. Direct worthy? It's up to your personal preference. But this Direct skipped Mario, skipped DK, skipped Hollow Knight. Where is that game? There were so many misses. But they went with the here and now approach. Nintendo is typically cautious, careful, and plays the long game, but here they played the very short game. And they blustered us with immediacy to mask the confusion that lies beyond. If I'm an investor, I don't know what the heck is going on. And if you noticed, Nintendo stock actually dropped despite their insane sales. What is the future for Nintendo Switch? We now enter an era post-February Direct where it's completely unclear. We don't even know if they're going to have a summer Direct after it seems they're out of E3. What games are beyond Zelda and Pikmin? Because Pikmin is awesome in July. They don't yet have a June game. I still think there probably will be a June Mario sports release or something of the sort. But they can announce it on Twitter. They can release a trailer easily. I mean, maybe there's hardware. I doubt it. I'd love it. But I gotta throw that possibility out there because I think their plans are very unclear. They're unclear to us, the gamers. They're unclear to me, the YouTuber. They're unclear to the investors. On that list of TBD upcoming games is now Metroid Prime 4. That's it. Pikmin 4 is dated. Zelda's 90 days away. Bayonetta 3 was last year. They've got Metroid Prime 4. The more I talk about it, the more I believe there's a new system, but I'm going to try to not get crazy on that. I know some people are so sick of hearing Switch Pro. Today's Nintendo Direct for me, I had a lot of fun, but it did not have the big things I wanted, and I did not think they handled Zelda particularly well. So I have to give today's showing a C+, B-. I love that Metroid Prime Remastered is out. I hope it plays well on the dual joysticks. I love that Game Boy and Game Boy Advance are finally here after like a year of waiting and talking about it. They've fulfilled some of the leaks that we've heard for so long now. But outside of that and some nice DLC updates, Pikmin 4 is pooch. This Direct didn't have it. February Directs are often jam-packed with tons of titles I'm ready to put my money down for. This one didn't have it. Fantasy Life, perhaps. But in general, what's next for Nintendo? That's the question. And currently, we have absolutely no answer. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments down below what you grade the Direct, what's your review, and what you think the future is for Nintendo. Until next time, thanks so much. Appreciate you all. Let me know if Nintendo got you good. They knew just when to pull the punches because they had me screaming, even though that show was filled with 30 minutes of boredom. All right, everybody. Until next time, thanks again. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Love you lots. SwitchForce out.